LMN. We're continuing going through the alphabet, picking games on our shelves that begin with different letters.
Hi, I'm Libby, this is Julian, we are BoxedMeeples and we are back to finish the alphabet. This time we're going from N to Z to see what games it is that are some of our favourites, and they have to be on our shelves, and if we pick the same one, we've got to pick another.
So basically we've got to think of 2 different games for every letter in the alphabet. If you see the previous half, it didn't go well. But hopefully we'll try and stick to the rules a bit more this time.
There are some tricky letters coming up in this lot, so we might have to tweak the rules slightly again.
Well, let's see how we get on. Let's start with N.
So my favourite N game that we have is Near and Far. It's one of the Red Raven games that we really enjoy, that sort of roaming out with the story, exploring, seeing what's going to come up. Just such a fun experience to have, and it's definitely one that I've delved into a bit more than you, but we definitely want to sort of get a campaign going and just get more of that story out rather than the odd play here and there.
Now I'd love to pick the game that everyone thinks we have in our collection. Nemesis.
Yes.
But we don't own Nemesis because we know lots of people who do own it, and we're never going to play it just the 2 of us, so we've never bought it. Instead, I'm going to have a choice between Neon Knights, a game I picked up for £5 in the UK Games Expo, and there's a reason it was £5 at the UK Games Expo. And
it might be returning to the UK Games Expo.
And Niagara. So easy choice. I've gone for Niagara, a really fun game with... I enjoy the tide moving along and your ship's falling off the end, so easy choice, Niagara.
Yeah, who doesn't love going canoeing? Excellent choice.
O is for Overboss. It's a game I really enjoy. I love Boss Monster before, I now love Overboss even more. Great tile placing game, beautiful 16-bit graphics, and it's brilliant solo, so it's the game I always play solo.
I am going for Obsession. It's a newer one in the collection, but so much fun building out your estate and trying to entice the Fairchilds to come over and play balls with you. I mean, what can go wrong, right? Apart from the fact that I've not won yet. So practice makes perfect.
Lots really go wrong.
Yeah.
One is terrible at putting on a village fate.
Yes, the Fairchilds obviously favour the York household much more. Oh well. If I had to pick a favourite P, I think I was blown away by Planet Unknown when we played it in the summer in California with our friends. But we haven't managed to get a copy yet. So I don't think I can really pick that one. But I mean, if we're going with ones that are soon to be on the shelf, because you know what my board game buying is like. But if I'm going to stick to the rules,
your rules,
don't remind me. Then I'm going to go with Potion Explosion because it's just such fun. I love making the potions. I absolutely adore it when you get a really great cascade that no one's seen particularly because you've ended up using like the professor's help or something to take one out, and then all of a sudden you take another and it's like gather and you've just got a load of marbles, and you just so much fun, and like the clinky clankiness, the tactileness of those marbles. And it's one that we've played a lot online, we've played on the app, and we've managed to recently get to the table with your girls, so it's a great family fun game of potion making. Yeah.
If I need a P, please Bob. It's a very British joke that I don't think the majority of our audience won't get.
Yeah, most people haven't watched Blockbuster.
No, but if that makes one person laugh, I'm happy. I'm going to go with Pandemic.
Of course you are.
I'm going to go with original Pandemic's fine, any Pandemic's fine. I enjoy playing all of them. So yeah, P is for Pandemic. Have a look behind us. There's no Q's.
Yeah.
Q. Just silliness in the alphabet.
We're clueless. Not clueless, but hopefully.
So we have no Q's.
We don't. So let alone 2 of them.
No.
I mean, I love playing Cracks.
Cracks is the one I think we're most likely to get of the games we've played.
Yeah.
But we don't have it. So
yeah.
No Q's. There's no queuing here. None.
But you can't just keep the same joke.
I can keep making Q jokes.
No, it's It's not funny. But yeah, sorry, pass. I think anyone that's watched the channel more than about twice is going to know the answer to both of these R's, isn't they?
Mm-hmm.
So Root is your number one, obviously.
And you're going to say Rebellion.
I am, yeah.
Which is technically Star Wars Rebellion, but it's Rebellion.
No, actually, oh gosh. I did Marvel Dice Throne, didn't I, as an M, and now I'm saying, oh no, it's not S for Star Wars, it's R for Rebellion. But I think if you look at the box, I mean that
it's pretty prominently Rebellion, I'm sure.
Yeah, under there, it's like Star Wars little, and then it just goes Rebellion. So
who calls it Star Wars Rebellion?
Whereas this is quite sort of evenly fonted, kind of ish. But yeah.
Yeah, it's Rebellion.
I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, it's clearly going to be Root for me.
There was no contest
I
there.
I like Root. Who knew?
Is it your number one game of all time?
Yeah, I've mentioned
it. Yeah, so they were obvious, weren't they?
Yeah.
So yes, we're going to have the same one again, aren't we?
Well, if you watched our top 10 board games of all time, we both had Scythe at number 3. So there's no ownership of Scythe here. So rock, paper, scissors it is.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay. It's been a long time. Are we doing the lizard Spock one?
No,
or
just straight up.
Right.
Ready?
Okay. It's been a long time since I played rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
I can't even remember who beats what. No, I can. Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh no.
Scythe.
Oh.
Begins with an F and it's mine. Scythe. I picked Scythe. What are you picking now?
Well, I think the next S on my top 50, I think, was Sleeping Gods.
Okay.
So I get both the Red Ravens. I'm happy with that.
That's fine.
I'm happy
Sleeping
with
Gods
that.
is brilliant too.
Technically, I think that you like Sleeping Gods more
I like
than
Sleeping Gods more than you, but I like Scythe more than Sleeping Gods.
So that's fine.
That works.
They're both games that I wouldn't hesitate to play ever. So, yeah.
S.
Great. Good letter. I think I'm safe ground here. I don't think you're going to hog it from me. Teotihuacan's City of Gods.
I'm not going to hog it because
No.
I prefer Tapestry to it.
I thought that you did.
Tapestry I really enjoy, so I would have picked Tapestry even if you hadn't picked Teotihuacan.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I love all that dice placement, and
I love watching my little city grow. And there's another expansion coming, so now I want to play Tapestry again.
I will want to play that. That is true. And there is of Teotihuacan. There's a sort of big complete master set box coming, but I mean I have a lot of it.
You do.
Here,
I think you've got the majority of it.
I'd have to consider the whole Everdale switch again.
Yeah.
And it would look so beautiful next to this one, wouldn't it? But we'll see.
T was easy.
T was very easy.
Less easy is U.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think we have many U's. I've got one.
Oh, we have several of the same U.
Well, that's the thing. We've got loads of unlocked games because we really enjoy the unlocked games. They're really good. And I think we've got all of them. I think 2 we don't have. We stopped buying them because we hadn't caught up with playing them.
Yeah.
But we have lots and lots to work with, and every time we do, we enjoy them. Haven't really played a bad one, I don't think. There's some bad puzzles sometimes, and you think that's a bit of stretching it.
Yeah.
But on the whole, they're really enjoyable.
And mostly it's great if you're playing it with a group of people. You tend to all think that a little bit differently, so you sort of gravitate to different puzzles and just think, oh, I don't even know how you managed to do that. And then they look at you in the same way 2 clues later down the line. So, similarly with the exit game.
Yes, same thing. So we've got lots of unlocks, so it makes sense to go for unlocks.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to bend the rules again now then. It's a game that I've paid for. It's
this thing again?
It's a little bit like the Great
War. I own it, it's just not on the shelf.
It's just not here. And
Right.
I mean, the thing is, the Great War is actually, an actual made thing.
It's a thing that exists.
On the boat somewhere, probably swimming its way over here. Whereas this one's, probably not made its way to production properly just yet, but I'm going to say it anyway, unconscious mind, because we don't have many other U's for me to pick, and I have paid money for it, so...
You do own it, so if your rule was board games we own...
Yeah, it just doesn't maybe exist yet, my copy, whereas at least somewhere the Great Wall has my name on it. It's a thing.
This is really stretching
It's
it.
made. It is stretching it, but it's better than saying there is none. So, and I'm not allowed the same as you, so I can't go with
These
all
are
the
your rules,
unlocks.
and you can't complain about your own rules.
I'm just going with unconscious mind. V's going to be contentious, isn't it? There's 2 V's that we like quite a lot.
I'm pretty settled on my...
Who's getting which one? That's
I
the
think
thing.
viticulture is higher on my list of the top 50.
Oh, so you're stealing viticulture.
I'm taking viticulture.
Good to know. You just.
Well, it's high on my list, so I therefore like it more.
Oh, but then where did Villainous come?
It's on my list.
It was on my list.
Well,
Can't remember what number.
that's 2 V's though.
It's 2 V's, yeah. And I'm still on that sort of. I haven't played Star Wars enough to know whether the Star Wars Villainous or standard Villainous is my favourite, but we basically like all of the Villainous. The Marvel one's a little bit under the other 2, but yeah, they're amazing.
And I really enjoy
also
Viticulture.
amazing.
I think it's one of my favourite worker placement, especially with the Tuscany expansion. So Viticulture : Tuscany is technically what I'm going to pick.
You're picking a T and not a V. That's
Yes,
what I see.
it does be with a V. It's not the Viticulture. That sounds like a really dark film, doesn't it? Anyway, Viticulture.
So W, I think you're going to steal from under me yet again.
I'm going with Wingspan
Yeah, I knew it.
because it was high on my list. So
you're
I like
taking
it
it.
more than you. That's them. Them's the rules.
So my second favourite W, which was actually quite high on your list, is Wild Serengeti.
I really like Wild Serengeti.
Those meeples, oh my gosh. Like...
Yeah, you don't need to buy it just for the meeples because the game itself is great.
Yeah, I really love it when you've got the migration and then all of a sudden it's like, what's going to happen? How am I going to pull my puzzle back together again from the chaos that's just ensued? So, yeah, that's a fun game to play. And I think it's one that we really need to get to the table more
We do need to play
often.
more. And it's super quick at 2 players. It's not too long.
Yeah.
Now, what is it at board game designing meetings when they're thinking of names? They work for a dictionary and go A, okay, B, C, and then pick a name before they get to the bottom half because we haven't got any X's either.
There is a game that I absolutely love and was on my top 50 list that starts with an X. And we've played it a couple of times, but it's a friend's copy.
Yeah, so we don't own Zia, Legend of the Drift System.
Yeah, really love it.
But that would be an X.
It is an X. It's the closest thing we have to owning an
We've played
X.
it a few times. Our friend doesn't live very far away. He's sort of a 20-minute walk. That's pretty much our house. No?
Yeah, we really are getting into bending the rules here.
There's very few X's. Hopefully there's some Y's.
Oh, there's loads of Y's. I've got loads of Y's.
Right, give me a Y. What Y?
Well, obviously, my number one game is Yado, so that's a Y.
This presents a problem for me. Because the other Y I can think of, I know you really enjoy, but wasn't on my top 50. And I don't know if we've got any other Ys on the shelf.
Okay, fine. You take Yado. I'll have Yggdrasil Chronicles. And I've taken one for the tea.
Oh, you've taken a game I really love. It's hard work, isn't it? But I don't think we have many other Ys. And I do like Yggdrasil Chronicles. I just don't like it as much as you do.
No, because
I way prefer
the
Yado.
Viking theme's way more my thing. And I just really like that sort of co-op puzzle of... You're just literally, there's fires ablaze everywhere for you to manage and put out and deal with. And if you don't deal with one in time, you wait for the next turn, all's over. So you really do have to manage the chaos. And then even taking time to go out and get something that will help you later down the line is potentially something that's going to floor you in being able to deal with something that's urgent at its moment. So I find that quite exciting. You find it quite frustrating
I do
at
find
times.
it quite frustrating game. But, I really enjoy Yado, so this has worked out quite well.
Yeah.
Got 2 Ys.
Okay, 2 Ys. And they're both brilliant, even though there's Mizo over here. We're at Z, and it's another
It's going to end well.
another tricky one, isn't it? I mean, There is a few that we have in the collection. I would say the only thing that I can think of that I enjoy playing and would go out and organise to play is that I've played Zombicide quite a lot with my friend back in the day. She's had it for absolutely years. She's got the different sort of angry neighbours and the something mall, toxic mall expansion and all sorts. So it ends up being a big game, and we're sort of both playing with there's normally quite a few people playing with 2 characters and running about against the zombies, hoping not to die. Quite often we die. And I've had some fun gaming days with that. I feel slightly like it is a game of maybe 5 years ago or something that was in its prime for me, and I've sort of moved past it a little bit, although I am still tempted by like Black Plague or something because I think it'd be a bit different.
Well, we would have backed Marvel Zombies if we didn't have to mortgage the house to do it.
Yeah, that adding that Marvel theme onto it would sort of change it up a bit, I think. But it was a bit too pricey. So there aren't many that we own.
The only one I can think of is we don't own Zombie Dice. I thought we did, but I don't think we do.
No.
So I'm going to go with Zombies. In brackets, Tiny Epic, which is a game that's quite good. I do enjoy it. So, Tiny Epic Zombies is my Z.
Right. Okay. Not a T.
No, because that's like the.
Oh, is it like a?
It's like a the situation.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it'll be listed on BGG as just Zombies in brackets, Tiny Epic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to check those listings.
So there we go.
I do own Zombie Flux that someone once gave me in like a Christmas stocking kind of thing. We have played it a couple of times.
It's in our collection. So
it is in our collection. I'm not that keen on it, but I own it. So, yeah, that's ended on a high, hasn't it?
It's oh well.
What better Zs can you suggest to us? Because and some more X's, because it turns out that we need to buy Dire Legends of Adrisif, and what else are we going to have?
It's the same when we go into board game shops and they're alphabetical. We walk along and by the time we get to the latter half, we've already picked 10 games you want.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many, and the D's and the R's and the stuff that, yeah.
When we look through sales alphabetically, I don't know what it is, but we have very few from the latter half of the alphabet. But hopefully you've enjoyed us scrambling around trying to desperately think of letters that tenuously link to the particular games that we have vaguely played. Do let us know in the comments down below what we should have picked.
Yeah, and we want to say thanks again to Dwayne and Alicia over at Blackboard Gaming. If you aren't subscribed to them, of course, go over and do that. They are excellent and they have some great videos up there for you to watch. We really enjoy them. So thanks for tagging us in this challenge.
And yeah, everyone we challenged last video still stands. So Frenchie plays games, Emma's for Meeple, Dan at DB Games. We've challenged you, so yeah, you need to start getting recording if you're able to, and let's see if you can pick games from A to Z as bad as we have.
Yes, exactly. And if you fancy doing it, consider yourself tagged.
Yes, also rise to the challenge. But as always, if you enjoyed this content, do consider subscribing and liking the video, ringing the bell.
Exactly, and we will see you next time. We put out 2 to 3 videos a week all about board games, so there's plenty to see.